Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot and welcome to the July general reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, whatever area of your chart you're wanting to look at, and you can read it through the filter of whatever area of your chart you're looking at. So if it's your Venus, about things that you value, things that you love. If it's your rising sign, about how you are coming across to others. One thing I would ask though is prior to the start of this reading, ask a question. That's another way you can use this reading. Ask a question. Take a moment and think about all of the questions that are around you and focus on one of them. Just be aware of all of them because cards will answer what they want and not necessarily what you and I assign the greatest priority to. So as a general reading rules apply. Timing is far from absolute. It's not going to apply for everybody. I'm not reading for 1/12 of the population on the planet. I'm reading for those with Cancer positions who are led to come to this reading, which, look at the viewing figures, not a huge amount of people. But with the reading, take it en masse. If the past and the present fit, then the reading's for you. If the past and the present don't fit, go and watch your moon, go and watch your rising. This one isn't for you. It's the whole lot. Now, as I was saying with moon and rising, if you don't know what they are, there is a link in the description down below. Go and get a free birth chart. You need your time of birth for your rising sign. There's also a link to the Facebook page for this channel where, most importantly, there is an inbox. Now, there's a link tree down there as well, so you can get me through other ways. But using the Facebook page inbox is the best way to contact me for a personal reading, if that's what you want to do. Yeah, that's pretty much everything. So I might as well bring the cards up already. I'm getting, spot on 2 minutes. So I'm getting better at this waffle business. Oh, apart from, apologies that there was not a traditional monthly reading last month. I hope you caught my experiments with tarot and Yu-Gi-Oh cards as clarifiers, which was a lot of fun to do, and I will be doing it again. But I never actually were doing that. I never got to chance to do the actual monthlies. So here we go, and hopefully this is a good one for you. Now, you're all about wish fulfillment at the minute, Cancer. It looks like you've set your goals. It's something that you are committing to and that you are trying to build in the real world. And I don't blame you because you've just had a form of new beginning where I can remain trapped where I am, or I can move on by giving up all hope of a dream that I used to carry. And what immediately, and not just because of the words, but what immediately springs to mind there is that Got Ye song, somebody that I used to know. And it's almost looking back at a dream as like a dream that I used to have. But it had its high points, but that's the point. It's had its high points. The high points have been and gone. They weren't too bad from what I can see. What is really interesting here as well, Cancer, I think this is a really important month for you. Or this time in life is a really, really important time in life. And very shortly, you're going to be asked to move forward under your own steam, which is something that I think you're quite prepared to do. But the start of this present period, which is this row of 3, this row of 3, and this row of 4, this bottom row represents like the astrology, or energetic trends or flavors that are going on. But we start with the Sun, the Hierophant, and the Hermit. So there's a concentration on spiritual principles and finding an inner light, where the reason for this is because your intuition had been saying there's different things you can manifest to this. High Priestess, 8 of Swords, King of Wands. So we've got King of Wands here, King of Wands here. Now, that King of Wands, okay, Aries, Leo, Sag, obviously. But could be you. could most definitely be the how you are coming out into a, I hate the word manifesting, and I've been using it loads today, but in a person who's able to go for and get what they are wanting to create. But I also, there's that element of kingly responsibility there. So it's something that you want, it's something that you are wanting to work towards, but it's not just for you. But I do like the procession of this. So I'm using the Spellcaster Tarot, the Wheel of the Year Tarot, and I was led to, for Lord knows why, the Dark Grimoire Tarot, which is not my favourite. But we've got King of Wands at the bottom of the pile here from the Dark Grimoire, who's, in a way, this King of Wands is ruling over the wreckage. You know, and that's nothing about the King of Wands, that's about this deck. It's pretty much all wreckage. Especially when coming straight after the Eight of Swords, where it's almost like there'd been a worry that you had been tending, nightmares and anxieties, which got to a point where your brain was going, or your heart or your soul was going, no more, no more. Is this all you want? No. It looks like right now, Cancer, you want to have your cake and eat it too, and you are committed to this, and you're prepared that there is a lot of work here involved, and there is indeed a lot of work here involved. We have the Fool card starting off your present period with that Eight of Cups, Eight of Swords. Now, this Eight of Swords, normally my favourite card, again, not in this deck. It really is being the sensation of feeling trapped by something immaterial, something not real, something that is so powerful that it's got you frozen in place. And I think that you went to the decision of, nah, this is meaningless. This is nonsense. What I was after is what is trapping me, and therefore let's go and have something else. Fool card here, launching your journey here from the Gateway Oracle, and also rising above. So all that deep spiritual work and seeing the light that you have gone through over the past few months, possibly past year, it's now time to put that into practice. It's now time to use that, because change is coming. You are being forced to work on your own. King of Wands again. King of Wands, King of Wands, King of Wands. Working this time the middle card. So he's working his way up to the surface. You are really coming into that King of Wands personality. Good. I think I've said before, King of Wands is my favourite card. I know the Sun is the happy, happy, joy, joy card, but the King of Wands is my favourite card. So I like that mix of action and wisdom that the King of Wands suggests. And this is with the Nine of Cups. Right, your wish fulfillment is coming into play now. You want it, and the world is, well, with this row, the world is secretly bringing it about. So it's under the surface. It's not necessarily, you're not necessarily going to see immediately right now how your wish fulfillment is being brought about, but it is. But it is purely based on your own form of rebirth that you are setting up. Okay, you're doing the groundwork for a transformation. You are still doing that groundwork, informed by all the work that you've done over the past year or so. But change is coming. Now, what was I saying about Major Arcana? So, all Major Arcana here. The High Priestess here. Right now you've got a little bit of a rest, a little bit of a breathing period as something new is being shown to you, being delivered to you, or that you are crafting this new idea of, hang on a minute, if I didn't want that, what do I want? Where do I see the value of inputting my efforts? But then change is coming. Change from, again, this idea of things coming in from a distance. You're reading number 4, and this idea has been in your reading, Gemini's reading, and Taurus's reading. But for you, it's bringing change. It's most definitely bringing change. It's bringing insight, High Priestess, but bringing insight into two sides of a story. And it's almost like it's revealing some form of what you would have assumed to be forbidden knowledge to you. Sort of the stuff that you're not supposed to know. You know, you have no security clearance, but you're privy all of a sudden to some form of classified information that changes you, that affects you. And I want to say it affects you for the better. Not that the information itself changes you, but it changes how you are seeing your environment and how to interact with your environment. Because that's very much what gaining better clarity for a good home base is what the bottom of the decks are saying, but it's also saying gently. So whatever this information that gets revealed to you is, take it slowly. That's a method, a message that's come through in the past 2 readings as well. Take it slowly. I did use for one of the signs, can't remember which one, baby steps. And I don't think baby steps is, no, I want firm, solid, defined steps from you with that King of Wands. But you don't need to be in a hurry. You simply need to be unstoppable while you are aware that as you go along this path, you are changing and you will keep changing. Page of Pentacles here. So the situations that are about to come up are all designed to strengthen you. They are all designed to help you bring about your empire, your I'm immediately led to think about the E.A. Crichton Become a Living God crowd when they're talking about bringing their particular empire to Earth. And you're bringing your empire to Earth here with the assistance. Now, I want to say with the assistance of Spirit, but there isn't a card here that says that. It's like Spirit have set you up on this path, and they've already said the point of, there you go, we've given you everything that you need. There you go. You know, we'll make some changes when it's necessary. Don't worry. Off you go. Your turn, on your own 2 feet. And this is very much on your own 2 feet, but it's with the support of Spirit, but it's moving forward. But I do want to say determinedly, sort of large strides, but slowly. We have the King of Wands, the Princess of Wands, and the Knight of Wands all together. Now, these two are more sedentary. So that slows down that Knight of Wands. Like the Knight of Wands is being kept in reserve until the King or the Princess goes, see that there? Right, smash that. And the Knight of Wands is almost being brought in. A weapon would probably be the wrong way to say it. Now, so you're being called to level up in this process. There's debate about what you want to do, but there is debate that is slightly competitive, but more importantly, it's strengthening you up. It's enabling you to put into words things that you hadn't necessarily been able to put into words before. And that creates a transformation that is opening up one, stable home life here, 10 of Pentacles, but is opening up a state of being that is going to be ebbing and flowing. you're going to, like the moon goes from new to full, this transformation starts you as a new moon, and things are only going to get bigger, going to get better, and then they'll ease off for a while, and then the cycle will start again. And I feel that that's a good way, because you are getting, in a practical fashion, that wish fulfillment that you're after, and it's actually happier than you expect it to be. As long as you don't rush into anything in an effort to protect what you already have. Now, the reason I also say that is because there's a certain amount of barrenness at the moment implied in the reading, mainly through the presence here of Schlegel, the angel of snow. Now, Schlegel finds joy in the most barren of wastes, where she dances across fields of snow and wet and cold and freezing fog and soggy shoes and wet and cold and miserable, and sings with joy because she is seeing the beauty of what is around them, even while feeling the effects of what is around them. And I think that's an attitude that you need to keep in mind during all this, because things have been taken away from you, and therefore it looks pretty barren. And the reason that I say that is, just like Gemini, you have got Hariel representing purification. But now is the time for you to show up with making your wise choices on the basis of what you've learned over the last year or so. Where's the traps from the past? Yeah, this has to be coming from you, because where you've relied on other people before, they've maybe not been as staunch allies as you'd like them to be, and so that this time it's got to be you that is the driving force here. And also, when you've tried to change things in the past, it's ended up with you losing things. When you've tried to threaten the status quo in the past, it's ended up with you losing things. I rather feel that right now, don't worry about that, because the losing things comes first, and then you are changing the things. Just have faith that you're on the right path, because you are being guided and you are being protected. Athena here in her role as protectress, but remember Athena as the goddess of wisdom, imparting wisdom, and I was getting that wisdom from that King of Wands as he's getting more to the top of the pile. So if you feel also that you've been more of a passenger in your life recently rather than a driver, you are moving towards the driving seat. That will also ebb away once the transformation happens. That will get stronger and stronger, and then it will ebb away again. Because someone else, we have a tower card. Ace, I can use my new tower takeover tower. But this is how, right, someone around you is like going, oh my God, everything's breaking, everything's going, everything's collapsing. And they're wanting you to go to a better place. But I rather feel that the better place isn't one that you go to, it's one that you create. And this is what all this wish fulfillment energy and stuff is going. I mean, if it involves a physical distance, fine. But it's not like you will go to a better place and the better place is there already made. It's like you go to another place and build the better place in the new place. Because change is coming fast for you. And the ability, magician card here, the ability for you to express your power over this is increasing. The ability for you to have the elements work. Now, I don't like the phrase under your control, because they're the elements. They're bigger than you. But they are happy to help here. They are happy to work with you. Because you are focusing on a Well, let's say focusing on using motives that will keep a priest or a rabbi or an imam or any form of holy person happy because they're coming from the right place. They are not just the right place, as in sort of not just even just a basic, I want to help, I want to love the world, I want to care for the world. No, it's coming from a place of, I want to do good for the world and for me in a way that does not compromise me and is effective on the world. And that's and you rather think that you're biting off more than you can chew, and have you got the resources to get there? But with the look of all of this, yes. But when it comes to those resources, the downside here is that you can end up being a little bit too protective over them, which is understandable, but not necessary right now. You've got a momentum that's already started. Just literally go with it because this transformation is coming. It's already building inside of you. You are preparing for this transformation, being guided by the work that you've already done, but there is big changes coming in the outside world prior to this transformation being complete. You know, sort of end of book one, here starts book two. But all in all, this is positive. You just simply have to keep the faith. That's it. That was quick. So, if that means anything to you, Cancer, please do comment down below because it really does help me to know that these readings are getting to the ears of the people that they're useful for. Let me know if it, even if it's just a, you know, you don't have to tell me about it, just say message received and understood. Obviously, it's a YouTube channel, so like, share, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. It really helps the channel. Thank you very much for passing by. Now go watch your moon and your rising if I've already uploaded them. If not, they'll be up in the next couple of days. Cheers.